Hello, my name is Elizabeth. If you didn't guess by my shirt and the wall behind me, I'm a Crystal Palace fan. Welcome back to episode 6 of Either Way View, a series I've created where I speak to fellow Fanalysis members about our upcoming fixture. This weekend we are hosting Liverpool, and today I'm joined by Liverpool fan Sara. How are you doing today, Sara?
I'm very well, and thank you for letting me join your amazing podcast.
Thank you for being here. So my first question I asked everyone is, now we're 4 weeks into the season, how do you think Liverpool have done so far?
I've been quite critical of my team because I want absolute 100% output, effort. Like, my type of player is Firmino, right? They just give their absolute all, Henderson, etc. And I've seen a bit of kind of reserving energy, which I don't like. However, it is an amazing time to be a Liverpool fan. Like the fact that we haven't even got into first gear and we've got a perfect record should be frightening everybody. And I think it is frightening everybody. Look at the way Arsenal their tactics were literally, let's just stop Liverpool playing. And the same on Sunday. So it's kind of a frustrating time, but also an amazing time. And it's only because I'm highly critical that I'm doing content about Liverpool need to do better. But once we kick into place, I think we're going to be absolutely frightening.
I mean, the fact you're unbeaten in 4 is a very good sign, but yeah, I know what you mean. So this weekend you're coming to Selhurst Park, and what is your opinion on Palace and their fan base?
So I love Palace. I was there at the Community Shield. And although it hurt, like I love your fans. It feels like a European night every time you play. Like you don't stop singing, banging drums, doing flares, whatever you can to support your team. If you look at my socials, I very much wanted Marc Guehi to join us. So that's another thing that has hurt me because of Palace. But you have an amazing coach. I think he's your owner was right to stick with him and go, okay, we won't sell Marc because he is formidable. And I think you're actually not as far forward as I thought you'd be by this time in the season. I think you've been there or thereabouts, and it's been quite probably frustrating to have dropped the points that you have. But I think I've put you finishing as high as 6th, 7th at the end of the season. Let me know in the comments if I got that wrong. So I massively admire you, and I think it's going to be a very tight game.
So you mentioned the Community Shield game, so I have to mention it. What do you think Liverpool learned from that game they can use in this weekend's game?
I think we've already learnt the lessons from that game. So defensively, we were not ready. Van Dijk had been ill and definitely was not up to speed. Kanate was still in that really very worrying patch. McAllister wasn't there. No, Ryan wasn't there. So I think we've got our stronger team now. And we also have stopped this kind of being weak on the counter so far. Arsenal didn't break us down. Burnley didn't break us down. Didn't break us down. So I think that is going to be very interesting. I think this is going to be like a chess match, and seeing who kind of makes a move first. I think both coaches are very high on tactics, very high on variety and changing per opposition. So I think it's going to be fascinating.
So at the time of filming, we are unbeaten in 10. So I have a feeling I know your answer to this. But who is the one player you're most worried to face this weekend?
Oh, you've got a few, but Mateta probably.
Ah, interesting.
Well, we were linked with him for a while when we were trying to get a striker. And And you know, for a long time there was lots of rumours that we were going for him. I think he's going to keep Van Dijk and Konate busy and give space for your other players.
Yeah.
So if we're not a solid 4, because quite frankly we normally defend with 2, right? If we're not a solid 4, then that could cause us problems.
Yeah, I was expecting you to say Marc Guehi since you wanted him, but obviously not.
I think it's going to be a very hard game for Marc. It's going to be interesting how he mentally prepares for, you know, being against us again when, you know, he's practically signed. So, but he's such a professional. I think he'll be solid as ever. Whether there be some doubts in his mind if he's going for goal, I don't know. I hope so. I hope he doesn't score a Wardley like he did the other week. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'll definitely have all eyes on him, see how he performs, as you will, I'm sure.
100%. I think that you mentioned he's been such a professional at putting all his effort into Palace. And that leads me on to my next question. Alexander Isak, what is your opinion on that whole situation? And do you think he'll play against us?
I hope he's against you. I really don't want him sitting, well, not even on the bench, sitting wherever he was when we played on Sunday. I think the medical staff are right though to not just throw him into the lion's den. You know, he has had injuries in the past. He didn't have a proper pre-season. I think we'll see him at some point this week, either sorry, at the time of filming, we haven't played our first game of the Champions League. So I think by the time we get to this game, I think he would have got some minutes under his belt. So it'd be interesting whether he is in the starting lineup for this game or not. But everybody wants to see it, right? Everybody.
And who do you think the one player we should be most fearful of is from your side?
So I'm a big fan of Verts, and he's getting a lot of stick. I think he's just about there, as in clicking with the rest of the team. He was very good on Sunday, but there's just something that's just not gelling yet, as in people are not playing the way he plays, and he hasn't adapted to the rest of the team. So I think if he is on form and dictating play, and feeding our front 3, then he will cause you trouble.
Okay. And finally, what is your prediction for the match?
I think it's going to be 2-1, and I think to us, of course. But I think it's going to be really tight. And if we're going to drop points, I feel like Palace might be able to do that to us. I think it's going to be so tight. I feel like it's going to be another late Liverpool goal, which seems to be the trend now. And yeah, I think it'll either be Ekatika who scores because he found that space during Community Shield, or it might actually be from midfield. So maybe a Ryan goal.
Before kickoff, I was talking to my stepdad, and I was like, "Oh, look at that! I said TK," and then he scored right in front of me, and I was like, "Oh, don't like him anymore."
So I must have been behind you then.
Yeah, yeah. Was you in the Palace end?
Yes. Well, I was in hospitality. It's the only tickets I could get. So yeah, I couldn't wear my shirt or anything. And I was just, that's why I know how well you sing. I found myself joining in and I was like, oh, whoa, no.
No, it's really hard not to join in. That even when, because I sit opposite the away fans at Selhurst Park, and when they're loud, it's really hard not to join in. Is that just the rest? But yeah, quite dreading. But yeah, thank you very much for your time. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, only that I'm a massive fan of Palace and I wish you all the best for the season. I hope you're in those European spots again. I think your fans are incredible, and I'm really looking forward to this match. It's going to be fascinating to see how the coaches go head to head, let alone the players. So thank you.
Likewise, I wish Liverpool the best. Would you like to give your channels a shout out? Where can my viewers find you?
Thank you very much. So I'm Red Luca, so Red and then Luca, Luker. It is over the shoulder, but I don't it's the right way around. And find me on TikTok. I'm trying to build a real football community across social media, as well as obviously when Fanalysis finally launches to everyone. We are fellow Fanalysts, and we are deeply passionate about our teams and deeply knowledgeable too. So come join us.
Be sure to give Sara a follow, and thank you for watching, and I will see you in next week's episode.